everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have Renee McCrary with us. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
It's my pleasure, and I am doing great. Thank you.
Awesome. So let
Slightly
us,
sleep deprived, but very good.
yes, I know a new grandbaby. So that's super exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome, truly.
Yes. Well, thank you for being here. Let's jump right on. What is your favorite part about being a real estate agent?
So it's funny because I know everyone says helping people, the thrill of helping people find a new house or sell their property, which is true. It really is such a great feeling. But I also love looking at properties. Like, I really enjoy going and seeing new properties. I get really excited, and sometimes I'm more excited than my clients. But I really enjoy going through the process with them, finding that right home for the buyers and helping them to find the best way to fund it and how to work it with their budget. And if I'm working with the seller, then just, helping them to get the most out of that property and ways to do that, whether it's selling it outright or doing a 1031 exchange or whatever the case may be, just giving them the most information as possible.
Yeah,
So,
no, that's awesome, especially
yeah,
educating. I feel like that's a missing piece for a lot of people, and this is a big transaction. And so, like,
yeah,
understanding what you're doing and like what's coming next and like how the whole thing flows is kind of important. It makes the experience so much
absolutely.
better.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And it's amazing because sometimes when you're in the business, you just take for granted that people know, like a buyer's like,
Yeah,
they know what to expect, or a seller, they know what to, and they don't. And
yeah,
you're kind of like, and you have to really understand that you have to be patient and you have to walk them through. Some people really do need hand holding. And I'm like, I get it. This is huge. This is one of the biggest transactions you'll ever make in your entire
yeah,
life.
yeah,
So, yeah, let's sit down. Let's go over it step by step. Let's answer any questions you may have. And if there's something that I don't know, guess what? I'm going to find out for you.
yeah,
I'm going to call that lender. I'm going to call another broker. I'm going to find out and let's figure it out together.
yeah.
So,
I love
I
that.
enjoy that. Yeah. And I learned so much. Like, I've only been doing this since 2016. Like, I've been in property management for 30 years now,
Okay.
but I've only been licensed as a realtor since 2016. So I'm still learning. So I really enjoy that. I'm like, oh, let's do this together.
Like every transaction, you're like, I learned something new. I haven't gone through that situation before. Like, so helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And you
mean,
think like,
same
oh, I
thing.
got
Like,
this.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? And it's like you said, like not everyone knows. And so like I found that too, or like I've tried to tailor my business now to kind of like make sure I over explain and just like give
Yeah.
opportunities to ask questions. And a lot of times too, what I've found is that some people are nervous to like ask the question. They want to ask it, but they feel like they're a
Yeah.
bother or something. And so I feel like I spend more time trying to make sure that the clients are comfortable and they feel okay to ask those questions and not just kind of like, oh, I
Absolutely.
should have asked and I just kind of didn't. And because it's your house, it's your journey, it's your process. I want to make sure that everyone's comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's something like you're saying that you kind of learn through experience and as you're doing it to just kind of like create that safe space and kind of educate. I love that. I love that.
Exactly. I love how you said that. Create a safe space because they do need to feel like I can ask you something. You're not going to get annoyed or irritated, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, didn't you already ask me that question? Like,
And if you
no,
did, ask me again.
ask
Because
me.
then that means I didn't explain it right and you didn't understand. And
Right.
I want to make sure like there's so many legal documents that go with buying a house. And it's just like, yeah, it's like I want to make
Yeah.
sure you understand what you're signing. Like,
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I will refresh myself on some of the forms that maybe I don't use that often. I like to go through them and just remember, like, what was this? And if there's something I don't really understand, I'll go to my broker. Or I have a bunch of realtor friends, and then we have the associations like
yeah,
here in Solano County, the Solano Association of Realtors, and I can go and talk to other realtors. And I'm always amazed, like I'll ask a question. And sometimes, as a professional, you think, ooh, I don't want to ask that because people are going to go like, don't you know that? But I'll ask and other people are like, oh my God, I don't know either. Or, I'm glad you asked that. Let's find out. And it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
So
somebody else is getting some
yeah.
education too. We're like, okay, we're all in this together. Oh my
I'm
God, that's
glad
so
we did.
funny.
Yeah, we can figure this all out. So yeah,
So,
that's
and
awesome.
you kind of mentioned Solano County, which is where I live too. What parts of town do you specialize in?
All over. I can't
Okay.
say I really specialize in a specific area. I'm all over wherever the need is. I mean, and even not just Solano, like I've looked outside of the county, Napa County and Contra Costa County, even up to Sacramento for clients. So, but Solano County, I know the market better.
Mhm.
So I do feel a little bit more comfortable, but I have no problem researching for other counties if that's what a client wants.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. That's
yeah.
great. So we have had a crazy year, I will say. Um, everyone knows this. But with being like, in it, in the thick of it, day in and day out, like, what do you believe the current market to be? Like, are we starting to see a little bit of shift? Are we getting a lot more buyers out there? Are we getting a lot more inventory? Like, what are you seeing in Solano County, Napa, like this area? Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. So the market has definitely shifted. It's been just kind of wonky. Like I couldn't say it was a buyer's market or a seller because the interest rates were so high
Mhm.
and there was and still is so much inventory out there.
Yeah.
Like we have this boom of sellers who are out offloading properties. So a lot of inventory, but now that the rates have come down a little bit, we're definitely seeing more buyers. So I think they're taking advantage of, hey, there's all this inventory. I can kind of pick and choose. I don't
Yeah.
have to just settle for something. I can get what I want. I might pay a little bit more now, but then, like I tell my clients, you can always refinance. So you bring
Mhm.
that down, but if you see the house you want and it's a good price, grab it.
Go for it.
Don't wait. Yeah, because people are like, oh well, we'll just wait till next year. I'm like, you don't know what's going to happen next year.
Yeah.
It might go up again. You might, there might not be this inventory. So yeah, right now I would say it's leaning towards more of a buyer market
Okay.
just because there is a lot of inventory and the rates are a little bit better. But it changes. I mean, we know real estate's up and down and up and down. So,
Yeah, and we're,
but
like, butting up to an election, which it's always a little weird in an election year because you kind of never know, like, what's gonna happen, everyone's kind of, like
yeah,
it feels like the market is, like, holding their breath.
right.
Like, just,
No,
like,
that's
see what's gonna
exactly
happen, like,
right.
it's like we're just like, "Okay, like, what's gonna happen?" But what I have seen and what I think is, like, really, really good for buyers right now is that the interest rates, like you said, they are going down, but the house prices
Right,
haven't adjusted to it yet,
right. That's
which is
exactly
normally what
right.
we see, and so that's
Yeah,
definitely something that I feel like makes it a unique opportunity right now. Because I feel like normally we see, like, November and December, things, in real estate don't move as well. People are enjoying the holidays or with their families and stuff like that, and
yeah,
I feel like this year is gonna be a unique opportunity where, like, you have the low interest rate, but you also don't have skyrocket house prices. So
that's
it's like
right.
buyers can kinda get out there and kind of, see, and they might even have less competition because some people will be enjoying the holidays and not looking.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. I actually just closed escrow on a property on Friday. No, competition. So there was
Amazing.
no multiple bids. It was just her, and it ended up being beautiful. And she wasn't even my client. I represented the seller, but oh my gosh, I was so excited for her because
Yeah.
she's a vet, and
Oh,
it was
amazing.
like, yeah, we got to do this for our vets. So her agent and I jumped through so many hoops to get this property just right to appease the lenders and all
Yeah.
that. And it was like, yay, we did it, we did it, we did it. It was so great. But there weren't multiple offers. She got to get in there and just get a really great deal. And a really great home. So
Yeah, which is
yeah.
nice for the buyer, but it's also nice for the seller because 'cause they're like, "I don't have" like, yes, it's
Yes.
great to get multiple offers, but also, like, a nice clean offer that you know is gonna make it to close and you don't have any,
That's
like,
right.
of the crazy hoopla is also nice, so
Yeah. Oh, so much crazy hoopla
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, so I'm like, "Oh my gosh," sometimes we have all
Yeah.
these offers, it's like not you just wanna find that one serious buyer that's like, "No, I need this house."
That part, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah,
Exactly.
what can a potential buyer or seller expect from you when working with you?
Well, let's see. They can expect several things. One, diligence. I am going to be very diligent in every aspect. I'm going to, like I said, research. If I don't know something, get the answer. If I don't know it, I'm going to work really hard because I take each transaction personally. I want to treat people how I want to be treated. If I need my hand held and I need to walk through something, that's what I want to do for them. I've had buyers tell me, like, Renee, thank you for just staying calm when things seem like it was going crazy. I want to be that anchor for them.
Yeah,
It's a huge thing. It can be overwhelming. And I want to be that voice to just kind of guide them through it. And, sometimes like when things fall apart, like, oh, the appraisal didn't come in right, or oh, we have to do these repairs, and buyers get kind of freaked out, like, oh my God,
yeah,
what are we going to do? This all this money. So I'm like, I call myself like the calm in the storm because I'm like, first
yeah,
of all, I have very strong boundaries. I've had to learn that over many, many years. So when people go, I'm like centered. Okay, listen, this we can't control, this we can. Let's focus on this.
yeah,
I'm going to do this with you. So, and I don't say that like I'm so great. It's because I've learned, right? I've had to go through this and I've had to learn. So that's something I really love to offer my clients is, hey, I'm walking this with you. You're not alone.
yeah,
I'm going to be that voice. Listen, and we're going to get through this. And I am going to work my butt off for you. What needs to be done within reason, we're going to
will
do.
get done. Yes.
So,
Oh my god, I love
and I
that.
have been called a pit bull, like, oh my God, Renee, you did not let that go.
You're like, "Well, I gotta get you to close. We gotta get you to close." We gotta
Yeah, I mean, I had one client, well, it was a couple, and they found a house. Oh my God, we all loved this house, and it had multiple offers. And they actually went in contract with another client, and I just kept on this agent. I kept on her. Please let me know if anything falls through. Please let me know. Call me, call me, call me.
Yeah,
Well, it ended up falling through. And she's like, Renee, I thought of you first because
you
you
kept
called
calling
me
me.
and text me every day. And
Yes.
they
Oh
got
my
the
god, and they got
house,
the
and
house?
oh, they got the house, and it's gorgeous. They invited me over, like, about a couple months after they moved in, and they did a
Yeah.
bunch of work on it. It not like it needed it, but they wanted to make it their own.
Mhm.
Gorgeous,
Oh
just
my
gorgeous.
gosh. Oh
So,
my gosh. That's awesome.
yeah, I take it very personally.
Yeah,
Very,
and I
like,
think that's good. You need a team. You need a good team in your corner. So
need a team.
that's what any buyer or seller needs to hear. Like, you just want someone who's gonna be there with you through the whole thing, or that wants the
Yeah.
same thing that you want. Like, 2 people, they say, like, if you focus on something, you'll hard enough, you'll be successful, but 2 people focused
Right.
on the same goal, you're
Come
unstoppable.
on. Come on. And then you have, like, I have a few lenders that I work with that are phenomenal. So if they come in with their own lender and something doesn't work out, I like that I can refer them like, hey,
Yeah,
let's try this. And then there's vendors that I work with because of the property management. So, okay, we need to get new floors in there. Here's a vendor. We're going to get bids. So it's nice to
nice,
be able to
yeah.
offer them a full service and get them from point A all the way to point Z and hand
Yes.
them those keys and like, yay,
Yes, we
we
made it.
know that we've gone through a journey. Like we've been through something together. So it's great though. It really is so rewarding. I mean, just even from what you do and being able to fund a client who might be struggling or
Yeah.
have issues with their credit or something, you can do that and help them fulfill their dream. That is like the best feeling.
It
It
is.
really
It
is.
is. There's no
So,
words to describe it. It really is. Being able to, like you
yeah,
said, everyone says helping others. Like that is still an element of it that like is what keeps us going, and it's why
yeah,
we continue to do it. So no, that's phenomenal, and that's why you're a top agent. Like that's just a testament to, you know, the service that you're giving your clients and why you're a top
thank
performer. So
you.
amazing.
Well, I don't take all the credit. I'm a woman of God, so I am a very strong believer in prayer, and I know that most of what I get are blessings from God. I
Amen.
really truly do. And I'm in property management, so a lot of my clients are property management clients. They're people I met, I picked up their property, we formed a relationship, and
Mhm.
now they're looking to sell. So, we call it low hanging fruit. Like I've been very, very blessed with that, truly. And so,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't take a whole lot of credit, but I do love what I do. And I hope that that's
Yeah.
what shows.
Yeah.
People are like,
No,
oh, yeah,
totally.
she's in this.
Yes, exactly. And so before I let you go, we have to figure out if there's a buyer or seller that wants to get in contact with you. How do we reach you?
Absolutely. So the best number for me is 707-563-0433. And my email is Renee, Renee, at Crystal, and that's Krystle, properties.com. So Renee at crystalproperties.com.
Perfect, perfect,
Yes.
perfect. Well, thank you for taking the time out of your day to get on here
Thank
with me. I
you.
really appreciate it. It was phenomenal to chat
You.
with you.
Me
And
too.
yeah, thank you so much.
I am truly honored and humbled. Thank you. This has been a lot of fun. I was so scared, but this is a lot of fun.
You did great. Oh my gosh. Yes.
You made it easy.
Yes, thank you. Well, I appreciate you being on here.
Thank you, Annie. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we'll talk soon.
Okay, take care. Bye bye.